How did a prisoner invented Lamborghini? This is the story of Lamborghini. Ferruccio Elio Arturo Lamborghini was born on April 28, 1916 under the zodiac sign of Taurus. His parents were farmers, but Ferruccio soon decided he wanted to do something with mechanics. He started working on his father's tractor out of interest and was able to attend a technical school in Bologna later on. During the Second World War, he was enrolled into the Italian Air Force, working for the transport sections. After 1944, he became a prisoner of war in the British military forces, who put him to work in their motoring department. This way, Ferruccio got first-hand experience keeping cars on the road, even with limited part supplies. After the war, he returned to his hometown and started converting old war surplus material into much-needed tractors for the local farmers. The Lamborghini tractor business was inaugurated in a small garage, but the business got really successful and had to move into larger premises soon thereafter. By now, Ferruccio also started tuning Fiat cars. He actually built a Fiat Topolino for himself and entered in the 1948 Mille Miglia competition. Unfortunately, the car was wrecked in an accident. By 1949, Ferruccio Lamborghini was able to start building tractors from scratch. Without using any leftovers, the Lamborghini Trattori factory was founded, and production soon grew even further. The Lamborghini tractors became known as the best in Italy, and Ferruccio started organizing tractor pulls in his hometown just to show the superiority of his machines. The tractor business made him a very wealthy man, and he started another factory building air conditioning and central heating equipment. This additional enterprise made Ferruccio Lamborghini even more money, and soon he became one of the wealthiest men in Italy. His love for fast cars became legendary, as Ferruccio owned multiple exotic cars back then: a Mercedes SL 300, a Jaguar, and a Ferrari, among others. But his personal Ferrari ran into problems with the clutch, and Ferruccio, being the hands-on person he was, went to visit Enzo Ferrari to complain about it. Enzo refused to meet him, as history is told, but that didn't stop Ferruccio Lamborghini. He noticed the clutch fitted to this Ferrari wasn't any different from the ones Lamborghini mounted in their tractors, so he drove the Ferrari to the Cento factory and had a Borg and Beck clutch installed straight from the parts list of one of the tractor models. The problem never returned after that. Ferruccio Lamborghini saw the tractor and oil burner business were taking care of themselves very nicely, making him money without having to keep an eye on the factory too much. So he decided it was time to start a new business. Ferruccio Lamborghini wasn't known for being subtle, so in the early 60s he had a completely new factory built on an industrial area in Sant'Agata, solely dedicated to building the best GT cars of that time. He wasn't interested in highly tuned exotics back then. A smooth-running V12 GT was his vision. Unfortunately, things took a turn for the worse, and after a series of deals going bad with the tractor factory combined with the economical unrest in Italy, Ferruccio decided to sell his interest in most of his companies during the 70s and retire at his estate near Perugia, further south in Italy, where he began producing wine, known as the blood of the Mura. Ferruccio married Clelia Monti at an early age. In 1947, they had a son, Antonio Lamborghini, also called Tonino. Unfortunately, Clelia died giving birth. She was buried in the family grave, and later on Ferruccio remarried, this time with Anita Borgatti. But this second marriage didn't last either. Ferruccio divorced her and married a third time. Maria Teresa Kane became the mother to Ferruccio's daughter Patrizia. His son Tonino moved to Japan and started a few shops selling designer clothing under the Lamborghini name. Ferruccio's large estate, La Fiorita, near Lake Trasimeno, now held a state-of-the-art winemaking facility, producing over 800,000 bottles of wine each year. The estate also housed a small private museum of Lamborghini cars Ferruccio owned in those days. Both the vineyard and the golf terrain were open for visitors, albeit by appointment only. In this private car museum you would find Ferruccio's favorite Lamborghini model, the Miura. There was even talk about Ferruccio being involved in Paolo Stanzani's attempt to take over the Bugatti Automobili Spa factory, but this was never officially confirmed. When Chrysler took over Automobili Lamborghini Spa, they replaced the Countach, a car Ferruccio was still involved with in the beginning. With the modern Diablo in the early 90s, it would become the last raging bull car he would ever experience. Ferruccio Lamborghini died on February 20, 1993 in Perugia, Italy, only 2 months before his 77th birthday. A few years later, Tonino Lamborghini created a tribute to his father. He contacted the architect Diversi in Imola to design a kind of arch to hold just about everything Ferruccio Lamborghini ever achieved during his life. The museum was constructed on the grounds of Lamborghini Calor at Dosso de Ferrara. The official grand opening occurred on May 13, 1995. This project was named the Centro Polifunzionale Ferruccio Lamborghini and reached great popularity the moment its doors opened for the public. All visits were by appointment only, but still during 1997 over 4,000 pilgrims came to visit this spectacular space-like museum. Today, the vast collection of Ferruccio Lamborghini's main industrial achievements, including a large number of tractors and some of the most stunning cars ever made in Sant'Agata, are on display in the even larger Museo Ferruccio Lamborghini in Funo de Argelato. Tonino Lamborghini named his son Ferruccio Jr. in honor of his father. So if the raging bull cars won't keep the Lamborghini name alive, his grandson will. This was the story of Lamborghini. I will see you at the next video with another story just like this. Until next time.